the Daily Ramble podcast. Good morning, you lovely Hammers fans. I hope you're all well. It's Nick from Claret and Boo. It's been a while. It's been a few days, isn't it? I didn't do my weekend show because it was me son's birthday, but you had Gary and you had Mickey and you had Jay on that one as well. Things are back to normal now. However, it is my better half's birthday tomorrow night on Friday, but then the birthdays are out of the way. It's a very expensive month for me, mate. Very expensive. But look, I hope you're all well. And if you, as always, if you're new to this channel, please don't forget, subscribe and drop a like on the video because it does really, really help us. Right, what we're going to be talking about today? Well, I'm not going to go through the reams and reams and reams of transfers links that we are currently connected with, but there is one. There's one that's really, really excited me, and it should excite you as well. This tops the link to Wesley, the Brazilian left winger. This would be unbelievable if we was to manage to pull this one off. But we're going to talk about this one a little bit later. Before we do, let's talk about my plans for the summer. Personally, obviously, look, Gary's going to do his bits and pieces, as will Mickey, as will John. But me myself, I'm looking at doing something a little bit different. Certainly over the next month. As you all know, I did that fast a little while ago. Probably 2 or 3 weeks ago now. And I'm just a little bit concerned that I'm going to start sort of slipping into bad habits again. My sleep patterns have been a little bit disrupted this last week. So I'm going to try and be a little bit regimented, and I'm going to attempt to do early morning shows. Early morning live shows as well. So not pre-recorded the night before and released in the morning. I'm going to attempt to go live at around about 6:30. I'm going to aim for. Now I know that's dead time for YouTube. Won't get many views at the start, but I'm hoping at some point throughout the course of that month, providing the shows go well, that you'll be tuning in. It's a little challenge for me. I'm hoping to go from about 20 live viewers to about 100 at about 6:30 in the morning. I'd be very happy with it. But I'm aiming for them to be about 30 minutes. But you know me, I do ramble on. And it is a challenge because I am not a morning person in any way, shape or form. It takes me typically, if I wake up at 7, I don't want to talk to anyone for 2 hours, and, it takes me ages for my brain to kick into gear. So for me to be doing what I'm going to be doing at 6:30, I'm going to be getting up at 5. I'm going to get up at 5. I'm going to do some exercise, wake myself up, do a little bit of prep, and then I'm going to make myself a nice cup of tea, cup of coffee, and then I'm going to go live and talk to all you lot. I understand there ain't going to be news all day long, so that's going to be a challenge in itself. Typically, I don't like making shows when there's nothing to talk about. But you know what? I'm probably going to talk about more than just football. We're going to have a little bit of a laugh. It's a morning show. We're going to call it a morning show. You can wake up with me. Wake up with Nick. What could be better? What could be better? And we're also going to get some input from some other people on the channel as well. Some funny questions for you, and some words of inspiration to start your day from Jay as well. And one of the reasons I'm doing it, like I said at the start, was because I don't want to slip into bad habits. I want to get myself back into a routine again. So I am going to do that. I'm going to aim to get to bed early, get up early, do some exercise. And then the big thing for me is going to be setting a list. I've got into the habit of doing that this last 6 months. So, I work from home quite a lot. So typically I work from a task list. I sort of set my day out, what I've got to do. But it's all work orientated. Now, work is very, very important. It's the most important thing. It pays the bills. But what you should do in that to-do list, you should work something else in there. There should be something in there for you or for someone else, a mate you haven't spoken to for 6 months or a year, Reach out to them. Put that on your list. Something good, and just go through and see how much of that you can actually tick off. See how much you can tick off in a day. And over the course of a month, over the course of 30 days, we'll see where we go. We'll see how many of you join me on this journey, because I do need it. I think I need a little bit of structure in my life. Otherwise, I'll go off the rails. That's what happens with me. I kind of missed it. As much as hell as that 10 days was, that fast, there was a part of me that sort of missed it when it finished. It was like, I'm done. I'm done now. I can stop moaning and just do what I want. And doing what I want ain't good for me. I've got to be honest. So I'm going to try and be very regimented. I'm going to eat really well. I'm going to have lots of Lopetegui on toast. That's going to be a running theme throughout the month. So look, I'm going to commit to this for you. I'm going to try. I don't know how it's going to go. My main concern is I'm like shit in the morning, so I am going to do my best to sort of wake up, do some exercise, get myself in a good state of mind, so that I can come on and go live. That's the whole idea. Because anyone can do, a recorded show the night before and schedule it for release in the morning. But I'm going to try and do things a little bit differently. All right, just for 1 month. I ain't going to commit to it forever. It's not the bloody TalkSport morning show where they get paid loads of money to do it. It's just a bit of a challenge for me and a challenge for whoever wants to join me as well. So yes, let's get on to West Ham talk anyway. So the first port of call for me is going to be, there's been a lot of talk, certainly on our platform, on our network, about Flynn Downes and what's going to happen. Now, Flynn Downes had a fantastic season in the Championship with Southampton. He did, absolutely. And he was chronically misused by David Moyes. But there is this kind of debate and this argument now over what we should do now, what we should do next. And I'm torn. It's very difficult to not get sentimental with Flynn Downes or any person or player that has a West Ham connection. I don't think he's a bad player. I don't. But I've seen some people say they want to see Flynn Downes and Alvarez played in the same team. Sorry if I sound a bit nasally. I am. I've got a blocked up nose. I'm suffering from hay fever, I think. I don't know. It's been affecting me all week. A lot of people have been saying that they want Alvarez and Downes in the same team. We can't do that. That's everyone's worst nightmare. They're both too defensive. They are. Flynn Downes had a great season last year, but what do you have? 2 goals and 2 assists? He's not a progressive midfielder. He's a safe midfielder. Very good at it. Really good at it. A very good player. But you can't play Alvarez and him next to each other in central midfield. You need somebody that can progress the ball and progress the team forward. We've got to get up the pitch. That's what we've got to do. We can't go sideways and backwards all over the pitch. So I don't think there's going to be space in many games. Maybe if you're playing against Man City or something like that, you could afford to do it. But typically, that's not what I want to see. I don't want to see 2 number 6s in the team. Now, what does that mean? Does that mean that he's just got to wait for Alvarez to get one of his, he's get an injury or get a suspension before he gets game time? And then what does that mean for Freddie Potts, who we're all saying now we don't want to send him out, we want to keep him here? Well, if you keep him here, his best position is that number 6 as well. That means that Flynn Downes is blocking his pathway. Now, I've already said this about Flynn Downes, and I think you've seen that he's an established player, a top player. Leaving West Ham ain't going to ruin Flynn Downes' career. It's not. And I think after the season that he's just had, I think we're in a position where we can go and cash in on Flynn Downes. And if he spends a season with us not playing, that he's going to deteriorate in value. He will. If he's worth 15 to 20 million now, you can scratch 10 million of that off by the end of this season because he won't get many games. I can't see it. I can't see it happening. Now, look, if Lopetegui wants to utilise him, then fine. I just don't think that's going to happen. So I think it's quite obvious what you need to do from a business perspective, from a football perspective, and that is to move him on to a team like Southampton, who have got a manager who used to manage him at Swansea as well, that absolutely wants him. They're back in the Premier League. He'll be a mainstay in their team. That's probably best for Flynn Downes. He's going to play every minute of every game. I know he's a West Ham fan, but I mean, come on. I think it would probably be best for him if we moved him on at this stage. And the only reason that I say that is because we've got Freddie Potts coming through. Freddie Potts had an absolutely amazing season. Brilliant season. He's more than capable of playing backup to Alvarez in that situation. And I don't want to block his pathway. So, Flynn Downes he's already he's a seasoned professional. He's going to go out and do well wherever he goes. Freddie Potts we're developing. So for me, it's a no-brainer from a club perspective. That is, obviously, we're going to retain Alvarez, and that is to retain Freddie Potts to be the backup, develop him into a really valuable asset, both in value and for the team, and move Flynn Downes on and cash in on him while his value's up here. That makes sense. That's business. That's how it should be done. I don't see the sense in keeping Flynn Downes and Freddie Potts, and I don't want to send Freddie Potts out again. So that's my thoughts on the whole Downes and Potts situation. as much as I'm sentimental and I do like Flynn Downes and I do think he is a quality player, he is a quality player. There's no two ways about it. He's not as good as Alvarez, so he ain't going to get in front of him. I don't think you can play him alongside him because the players are too similar in profile. And what does that mean for Potts? You know, if you're just going to have a backup, then he'll benefit from that. Flynn Downes will just get frustrated playing backup. That's all that will happen. He won't be happy sitting on the bench. He's just played every minute of every game for Southampton, and the team wants him again. He'll be playing every minute of every game this season. He ain't going to want to sit on the bench. So, no-brainer for me. No-brainer. Right, moving on to the big link. Now, look, we've spoken about the defender, Fabian Bruno, I think that's his name, isn't it? That we've been linked with, and Romano, well, not linked with. It looks like it's almost done. Romano reported that ages ago. He gave us, the here we go, which was fantastic. There's been reports since saying that the deal has stalled because of personal terms. I'm still not sure. I think that this is kind of a once in a lifetime opportunity for Bruno to come and ply his trade in the Premier League. He's 28. He probably ain't going to get another opportunity. I don't think that clubs are queuing around the block for him. He's a quality player, and I'd be very excited if we got him. But he isn't like, I don't know, he's in his prime. This is a perfect opportunity for him to come to the Premier League and show that he can do it at the very top level. I think it's going to happen. I think it will. The clubs have agreed a fee. It sounds like maybe he's pushing for a bit more money. I don't think he should be silly because, like I said to you, these types of opportunities for players like that in those countries at that age, if they go away, it might not come back again. So this is a massive opportunity for him. I think we'll be seeing him. And doesn't he look like a fucking beast as well, honestly? The geezer looks hard as nails. He's like Diego Costa as a centre-back, isn't he? He looks tough, and he is tough. If you've seen the show reels, I'm not going to lie to you and say that I've watched loads and loads of Brazilian football. I haven't. I typically, certainly with Brazilian football, I'll gauge it off of the vast amount of show reels that all of these Brazilian players do appear to have. And he does look like a fantastic centre-back, progressive, can carry the ball. He looks quick as well. So I've heard some people say he's quite slow. To me, he looks quick. His anticipation's brilliant. Basically, defensively, he looks sound. Really, really good. But he can spray the ball about. Great right foot. He can really ping that ball about. And he can carry the ball as well. A threat from set pieces. What's not to like? 12.5 million. Got to get it done. Absolutely got to get it done. The big one. We know that we were linked with Wesley Gassover or whatever his name is. We reported on that ages ago, and he is going to be coming to the Premier League. I think that is going to happen, but it might not be with West Ham because his club are dicking around over the fee. I think, originally we was talking about 20 million, and now it went to 25 and it's gone up to 30. Well, if you're going into the 30 million range, then you can kind of open up your scope a little bit and look at other players, and that's exactly what West Ham are doing. I think they're shooting for the stars a little bit with Lewis Gilham, and I've seen that Sean Whetstone, who knows absolutely fuck all about players that he's talking about here, he's just looked on Wikipedia and said he ain't even got an assist or a goal yet. This kid's 18 years old, not long just turned 18. He's played fucking tons of games for the first team. He is not just hotly tipped, this kid is a massive prospect. Massive. You're talking next Neymar level player, like superstar player. We're linked with him for about 30 million. Like I said, he's only just turned 18. This kid can play. He can play anywhere, right, left, through the middle, in the 10. He is unbelievable. So much pace for a kid. He's a big physical unit, right? Big stride, glides past players, glides across the pitch with the ball. As he develops and he gets more powerful, he's going to be formidable. He really will be. He looks like he's made for the Premier League. To me, he does. So if we can get this Louis Gilham, I would be over the moon. It was my son that actually brought the news to me, very excited, because he watches Brazilian football. He does. And he mentioned another kid as well. Was it Hendrick or something? 17, 18. I think he was the one that played for Brazil against England. The really young kid. Well, this kid is kind of on a par in terms of potential. But it's not just potential buying him for the summer. If you was to buy him now, then you'd be buying him for the first team. Yes, at 18 years old. Because the only way we're getting this lad is if we promise him first team football. And the reason I say that, Chelsea are after him, Bayern Munich are after him, Liverpool are after him. There's reports out there saying that Liverpool are willing to go to about 40, 45 million. But these players do tend to be quite clever. What can happen for an 18-year-old kid that isn't quite ready to play right at the very top is they can go and sit on the bench for a club for a year, 2 years. All of a sudden, they've wasted their development. If he believes in himself, then he needs... Look, we'd be a stepping stone for a player of this level. Make no bones about it. We would be. But that is where West Ham, a team of our profile, could win, because we'll pay him the money that he wants. We'll give Palmeiras the deal that they want, which will be a hefty fee plus a sell-on clause, because obviously, as I've just said, if he does well, we ain't going to be here for too long, 2 years, 3 years max. And he'll get game time. So yes, we could absolutely get this player and make a fat profit off of him in a few years. But more importantly, have some wonderful times watching him, because he's class. Honestly, we love Kudus and the stuff that Kudus does. This kid can do it all. He looks unbelievable. So if that happens, I think I've got the tweet here. Let's have a look. Where are we? Yeah, there we go. I should have pulled that up earlier on. But yeah, as you can see, Fabrizio Romano has reported it. And that would be unbelievable, honestly. Yeah, as I said there'll be a selling clause. Of course there would be. The potential for this kid is sky high. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And if you look at the way that Mohamed Kudus's value has, tripled, quadrupled since we bought him? What would you sell him for now if he didn't have a clause? Kudus. If somebody came in when he's got 3 years left on his deal and said, I want that player, what are you talking about here? What, 130, 140 million? That's the type of thing that we're talking about here with this lad, maybe even higher if he goes to similar heights, and he could exceed that. It's a big statement, really, when you look at what Kudus has done. But yeah, 18 years old, my God. Although I've seen that Crystal Palace are in for Jude Bellingham's younger brother, who's apparently absolutely class as well. So young players are the flavour of the day, and why shouldn't they be? If you're good enough, you're old enough. Yeah, so very excited about that one. I just hope that we do get business done early. Obviously with this Bruno deal, I hope it doesn't stall. I hope it doesn't go to shit, because we've had this every window. We've been linked with players every window, and then it's come to it and it's, oh no, the agent's being greedy. We had it with Onan. We've had it throughout all of our time with Sullivan in a transfer window. I hope it don't go the same way again, because with the disruption of the Euros as well, we need to get the players in early. We've got a new manager as well who's going to want to try and embed a new philosophy. Please, God, embed a new philosophy. It's going to need time with the team, with the players, with the new ones that have got to come in. It's a big rebuild. We've got to get these players in soon. So I hope that this isn't all bollocks. Links to players like that. That player, Gilherm, that's amazing. And I'm hoping it isn't gaslighting. I'm hoping it's not. The old season ticket deadline's creeping up, isn't it? So I hope it's not. But yeah, it would be amazing. Okay, look, what I'm going to talk about next is if you do want to sign up to our network that we've got, the Claret and Boo's network. All you got to do is go into Google on your phone, on your desktop, and type in Claret and Boo's.circle.so, and then it will bring you to the login page. Okay, so that's all you've got to do. That's all you've got to do. The platform's growing; it's getting better and better as well. We've opened up. Jay's hosting quite a few different areas on there as well, so we've now got a health and fitness section as well, which is brilliant, by the way. Really, really good for people of all mobility and fitness levels as well. It's absolutely fantastic. It kind of all feeds into the well-being that we're doing on the support side of the network as well. In addition to that, we've got loads of stuff happening on the West Ham Hub, which is effectively what you sign up to when you go into that link. You get the West Ham Hub, you get the West Ham lifestyle pages, and you get access to all of the other stuff as well. Apart from the support network, you can get access to support if and when you do join us. I mean, I can give you another little look as to how it all works very, very quickly. 1 minute. Hang on. Not that one. Let's come out of there. Okay. Right. So, there's my beautiful dog, Henry. Yeah, so when you click on the link, the link that I just told you, claretandboo's.circle.so, claret.so, you'll come into like a login page like this. Hang on, when it does now, if you've got an account, you'll just sign in with your email, because you can go in via a browser. There's an app as well, which is what 99% of people use. But if you look underneath that, you can't use a Twitter account, you can't use Facebook. You have to sign up with an email address. But it says Claret and Boo's network membership sign up. Click on sign up, and then it takes you into the sign up page. And that's what it does. It's as simple as that. You go for it. What I would say is make sure you get your bloody email address correct, because once you've signed up, when you go to log into the app, it emails you a PIN. And if you haven't put your email address in properly, you'll never get the PIN. You'll never get into the app. You have to put the email address in correctly. So please make sure that you do. But yeah, no, it's going really, really well on there. I'll give you a little look at the app now. So when you go into the app itself, you go into the feed. As you can see at the moment, Jay is uploading his exercises at the minute. This is your feed, by the way. So everything that is currently happening in the app, basically that is the latest and greatest of what's happening on the app. Then you've got your spaces. So the spaces are the groups that you are attached to. So we're going to be running in the Matchday Hub, which is normally where we've got the live chat for games, and we'll reintroduce that as well when the Euros are on. We're doing a Claret and Boo's Euros Fantasy Football League. So we're doing Dream Team, and we're doing an easier one as well. Score Predictor. We're doing that as well. So we're running 2 leagues throughout the summer. You've got your Claret and Boo's feed, which is our feed, where we put on kind of members-only videos. You've got Amanda and Kerry in there. You've got Sam, the masturbator, who does silly questions, where should ketchup go? In the fridge or in the cupboard? Stuff like that. How'd you do your tea? You've got, we do kind of little scouting reports as well. So when news comes through, we do this type of thing. So, are you excited about this signing? Little polls all embedded into it as well. So that's all quite interactive. So that's all pretty good. We've got loads of those on there. 2 idiots with an idea. So that's Sam and Louis, our 2 blokes who have started their own little show on there as well. That's the Members Friday Night Live, because as I've already said to you lot, we don't typically go live on a Friday night on YouTube, because you've got the Friday Night Pint and you've got the West Ham Network show as well, and we don't like to tread on established shows' toes. So it's a good opportunity to give our members something back. So it is a Friday Night Live that we do on the members platform, both for this and for YouTube members as well. You get kind of early access. You get early access rambles. There is a members-only boozecast, which we've started. So that'll be with either me and or Mickey and Gary, with 1 or 2 other members from the community, and we'll go in and we'll just do a proper show for the platform, and that's the idea of that. So that's the Claret and Boo's feed. Then this is something that everybody loves. So this is the automated West Ham news feed. Honestly, just everything. So we've got all of a lot of the websites are shit, you get a lot of the crap on there with all the pop-ups, Hammers News and, Claret and Hugh and stuff like that. But look, it keeps you up to date, and it's all automatic. So whenever they post anything, it just pops up straight away on this feed. You haven't even really got to go into the article sometimes, because if you go into that, there you go. Attracted interest, shock bidding war to commence for West Ham Outcast. It gives you a decent summary. So you haven't even got to go into the poppy-uppy website if you don't really want to. And that just streams through, because the amount of bloody news that we get, especially in this season, is mental. And I think that we've got about 6 or 7 sites that we're linked to, which is enough. Trust me. We might add to it later on. You got your member zone as well. This is where you do your posts as well. So, I've given it the Facebook symbol just so that people get an idea of what it is. West Ham chat and general chat. So that's just chat, like a WhatsApp chat, chat groups, general chat. We've got memory lane now as well. So I've started to use links from the likes of Robert Banks and his bits and pieces, and also some of the content that we've done as well in the past. So we're going to be populating that. They're good talking points, to be quite honest. So you've got your memory lane section. You've got your Claret and Boo's video hub, which is, again, where we'll start to populate and put all of our media in there at some point. We're gonna think about what we're going to do with that, because we've got the feed, so we don't really want to duplicate. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Claret and Boo's event. So this is kind of where we do live shows within the platform, not on YouTube, and they're like group Zoom sessions. They're brilliant. They're really, really good. So you basically just launch it and go live, and then anyone can just join you on screen and have a chat with you and stuff like that, or you can just get in a live chat and talk to us that way. But it's amazing the amount of people, because it isn't on YouTube and it isn't going public. People are comfortable. They just come on there. It's fantastic. That's really good. We're going to be doing those after games. So when the season starts, I'll be doing the post-match review on YouTube, but Mickey and Gary will get these triggered up. And then once I've done the post-match review, I'll jump in and have a chinwag with all the members. So that's good. We'll probably start doing, I'm going to start doing a dedicated phone-in show as well for that platform. So that should be good. So that's a lot of the West Ham stuff. You got, as I've said before, you got the Claret Cooks, and this is run by our very own JC, who puts loads of different recipes in there. Look, you got pie mash in there as well. Step-by-step instructions on how to do it. You got your food posting wankers, which I certainly am a food posting wanker. I like taking pictures of me food and stuff like that. I don't know if I go back and find something I've done. You can rate me. What have I got? Let's have a look. Everyone else is bloody using it. How dare they? There's some proper. I mean, what is that? Hey, look. He says, Ballot, when me and the missus go back to a country, the Philippines, duck egg that's been growing inside for 15 days. Crack open the top of the egg, drink the juices, and then eat. It doesn't look the best, but proper delicious. Not for me. Not for me. Looks like an alien. I want to show you my. Where's my bruschetta that I've done? It's banging. Because I'm a dab hand in the kitchen. There you go. There's my bruschetta. Look. What do you reckon? Yeah, I'm a food posting wanker, and I'm proud. Claret and Boo's furry family, all our dogs, funny stories, dogs and cats, and there's snakes, there's all sorts in there as well. All sorts of funny stories. Support community, I'm not going to go into. It's kind of replicated what I've just shown you, but it's in the support side of it. So that's all sensitive in there. It's an absolutely great community. But like I said to you, it's that side of it is definitely private. We're keeping that as it is. We've got Claret and Sober, which is an extension of the support community, and that's for people with drink and drugs problems and stuff like that. Either they're trying to recover, or they're going through whatever, or they're just curious and they want to be part of a community like that, because drink and drugs, it is a type of thing that people can be embarrassed to talk about in big open groups. So that works really well. That's sort of headed up by Louis and Sam. They do a great job with that. We've got a private support group, which is a bit more of a snug for people that are not great talking in in front of lots of people, because we've got the main support group, but then we've got that area for people that are a little more a little bit more sensitive, I suppose, or not in the best of places. We've got our ladies communities as well, which is in there. The ladies are in with the in the support group as well, but they've also got their own areas as well. Then you've got the health and fitness hub. You've got Jay's workouts. There you go. So a lot of this is all stuff that you can do at home. Like I said to you, get some resistance bands, get yourself some dumbbells. I ain't being funny. I did the 12-minute sit-down workout with bands the other day. I was shaking like a shitting dog afterwards. It was ridiculous. Just with elastic bands. It's mental. But no, he is these are brilliant, and he's adding to these all the time. And he is like Mr. Motivator. If you haven't seen Jay yet, the guy's just got so much energy. He's like Mr. Motivator, but without the latex, thank God. So we've got the members fitness page, which is new. So this is something that, because we've got people in there like Sam, who's going on a bit of a fitness journey himself. He wants to do 12 marathons in 12 months. So this is for people that want to just basically build a little fitness community in there, really. If you want to track rides and, track your runs and share that sort of stuff as well, we're going to start building that up. So like I say, that's brand new. So that's something that I'm sure will grow. I'm sure we've got some people that like keeping fit in there. You got your health and fitness chat group, which is just another chat group, but for that area. Now you got Jay's cancer coaching practice, which is something where it's just being plied with information. It isn't something that's going to pop up in your feed, because Jay is constantly updating that. But it's an area that's in there if you ever need it, and it is fantastic. Some of the and really not just fantastic, it's bloody important, because you might not be in a situation now where you need to know or whether you want to know. I think everyone should know this anyway. My mind's been opened up a little bit compared to what it was before. We all shit ourselves when we hear the cancer word. Most of us have been affected by it, either ourselves or loved ones, whatever it is, parents. We've all been affected by cancer at some point, and just the very mention of that word makes us uncomfortable, and we don't want to hear it. We don't want to listen to it. Ignorance is fucking bliss. Well, do you know what? I think you need to arm. I think everyone should arm themselves with a little bit of information. We should do, really, because there is stuff that you can do. So, like I said to you, that's Jay's passion as well. He's been doing that for the last 10 years. So the information that you get in there is fantastic, and it isn't to replace. It's not like magical treatments to replace radiotherapy and to do this. No. It's stuff that you can do for yourself alongside that to give yourself the best chance. It's stuff that you can do anyway to give yourself the best chance of not bloody getting it, because it explains exactly how cancer is formed and everything else. It's information that we should all be armed with. It really is. You got your 10-day Revitalise Fast community, which is all coming over as well. So Jay runs those 4 times a year. I've done the last one. I'm going to do the next one as well. So this will just grow and grow. So the next one is going to be coming up, soon. We'll be talking about it within the next month. And you've got your Revitalise community chat, and there'll probably be a post section in there as well, because the people that I did that with, absolutely amazing people. They really were. And that will be a buzzing little community. Some of the people that do that were great. So yes, that is it. On top of that, you've got direct messaging. So anyone that's in the app, you can click on their name and you can direct message them. It's completely private. None of us can see what you're saying. It's like any other app, or you can do group messaging as well. So we know that we've got kind of communities within communities in here, which is great. People are making friends. It's fantastic. So look, that is an overview. That is an overview of the app. And as I've already said, if I get rid of that, all you've got to do is go into Google and type Claret and booze.circle.so, and then you go to that sort of login page, click sign up, and you're in. All right. And then when you do sign up, you won't have access to the support network. But if you do want access to the support network, then you just send me a direct message when you're in there. We'll have a little chat. And if you're the right person, we'll get you in. Likewise, if you just want support, if you just want a support network and nothing else, because that will always remain free. We've always said that since we've been on here, and that is the case. Then you reach out to me. My number will be in the description of this video. Just literally send me a WhatsApp. We'll have a chat, and I'll get you in, and it is free. But you literally all you get is the support areas, not the West Ham hub and all the other bits and pieces as well. So because if we didn't do that, we'd be just getting people coming in, jumping in the support group, compromising that because they've got free access everywhere else. So so look, it is brilliant. We're absolutely loving it. It's going from strength to strength. We've got plenty more plans as well. We've only actually kind of been in there about 2.5 months, and the way we've developed it already is just mad. It's mental. So jump on board. We're going to be doing loads of fun stuff over the summer. It ain't just about talking about football in there either. So it never goes dead, because we talk more than football. That's what it's all about. So look, that's it from me. I hope you enjoyed the show. I know it's been a bit rambly. Only 33 minutes. That's not bad for me, is it? I know it's been a bit rambly, but the morning shows that I'm going to be doing as of next week, they're not going to be like this. It's not going to be kind of sales pitchy. I'm not going to be in your face. Going to try and make them upbeat. Going to try and make them uplifting to start your day. This is it. This is the whole idea. If I can affect me, miserable Nick, grumpy Nick, imagine that. If I can help start your day the right way, then do you know what? It make me a very happy person. All right. So look, that is it from me. I hope you enjoyed the show. Speak to you all soon. Don't forget, drop a like on the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and that's it. Come on, you irons.